Good boy.
You almost killed me. You
Oh, yeah?
walked right in front of me as I was running toward this.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, uh-oh, I don't know if I'm on the lava. I don't know if I'm on the lava. And I felt it vibrate. I was like, ah! That's all. I shouldn't probably be screaming, but welcome back to the scream time.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna take one of these off because I just really can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you, but then my brain is like, you're in the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that.
Oh! So last Hades episode, we were talking about things that make us like we say things and we immediately regret it. And we sort of kind of delved into like things that from our past that really make us cringe when we talk about it.
Yeah.
And I just looked at my I keep a list of topics that we can use.
Yep.
And there's a story.
Oh gosh.
Now, when I was a kid, there was a show called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh yeah.
And there was a part where I don't remember the.
Hey, really
exact-
quick.
Yeah.
We're in Elysium.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is my favorite place.
Oh yeah. But yes, so the episode comes to a point where they're faced with like a supercomputer, like an artificial intelligence supercomputer, and I think he something to the effect of the computer says I know everything. So Grim, the Grim Reaper, asks it, yeah, well, what's the meaning of life? And he says, life has no meaning. Now, in my child brain, that was like, oh yeah, that is the answer to the meaning of life, without even really having the concept of the question, you know?
Yep.
So I would like that was the answer. It's like, oh, life has no meaning. Okay. So to impress my like family members and older people, I'll be like, oh, well, I know the meaning of life. I'll walk up to my grandma, oh, grandma, guess what? I know the meaning of life. And she's like, oh, really? Do you now? And I think, life has no meaning.
I'm sure your grandma was thrilled to hear that.
Exactly.
I'm sure she was like, good.
Like, back then it was like, oh, yeah, is that true? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously I had heard it from somewhere and they didn't really take it seriously, but, like, it only hit me, like, a few weeks ago.
Like, a few weeks ago that you're like...
I mean, like, wait a minute, that was, like, a really morbid and terrible thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah, listen, well, because we talked about that before too, right? Where, like, when I was little, I told my kindergarten teacher that my mom had a miscarriage. Like, like, kids are just, you don't know.
Just parrot things that they hear.
You just parrot stuff that you hear, and you don't have a filter or any kind of, like, cognizant, like, I don't know about that one.
I don't know about you, but every single thing that I would say to an adult was an attempt to be like, oh yeah, I'm also an adult.
Yeah, 100%. Or even just to, like, have them be impressed with me.
Yes.
To be like, oh yeah, no, you're so right. Yeah, like,
come sit at the big.
You're so smart, and be like, yeah, I am smart. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. Well, I remember, when I was, oh gosh, probably like 13, I think. Yeah, I was probably like 13. That was when I started watching Smosh for the first time.
Oh yeah, baby. Smosh.
And I knew enough to know that like fuck and shit and like bitch were not things that I could say in front of my parents.
Oh yeah.
But I did hear pussy for the first time and didn't think, I was like, well, I've never heard that in like a movie or anything, so it must not be that bad of a word. Like it's probably not a big deal. So I remember driving to school one day with my mother.
Yes.
And calling someone a pussy, and my mom going, "What did you just say?" And here was my cool response, right? Because I was 12 and didn't know what that word meant. I was like, "Well, I didn't mean it like that." As if there's another. As if that was the problem, was the way I meant it. Yeah, and then I was like, don't say that one in front of mom.
Yep. Side note.
Side note, not a cool term to use with your mom. Like, just... Oh my god. Do you remember the first time that you swore? Like, really swore? Like, do you remember that? Because I remember mine.
I remember my mom using soap in my mouth. I don't remember the offense. There was no trial. There was no
There was no trial.
I was taken into the bathroom and she was rubbing soap on my tongue and I was like, oh, this is happening. That's the only part of my adult brain that I remember. Obviously, I had said something disrespectful to the point where she
Right.
it's necessary, but no. I remember like being like, you know how you are in middle school where you're like, I know adult things, but I don't really know how to use them.
Correct. Like me with pussy.
Yes, exactly. So like I would swear in middle school like a sailor, but also like if there was a teacher, I'd be like, yeah, the teacher's being a.
Yep.
I would whisper it to not get in trouble. Even though like, it's kids are swearing. Kids are swearing and teachers know it. But that yeah. To answer your question, yes.
Yeah. Well, the first time that I swore unintentionally, again, was me being a child and not knowing.
Yeah.
We watched the Lassie movie, the old original Lassie movie. You remember there's a part where those kids are riding like four-wheeler ATVs through the herd of sheep, and the dad or one of the kids, someone's like, "They're scaring the hell out of the sheep," and it was like an old like 90s or 80s family movie, so they could say hell and damn in it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, my parents just didn't take that opportunity to be like, "Hey, I know you guys heard them say that word a lot, but we're not gonna say that word, okay?" So this was like right after we got our first cat, Lily.
Yep.
And we had maybe had her for like a year, and Jordan was not really cat inclined.
Sure. Your sister, Jordan.
Yeah, my sister Jordan. And what do we want? I'll take that one because actually it does still knock foes away because I have the Poseidon thing.
Yeah.
Let's go here. The F was like, oh, I missed a coin thing. Oh well. I was on there somewhere. Oh yeah, so they say like they're scaring the hell out of the sheep. So Jordan was scaring the hell out of the cats, and I just very grown-upedly informed my mother that Jordan was scaring the hell out of the cat. And I couldn't have been older than like 8 or 9 years old. But I was just like, "Mom, Jordan's scaring the hell out of the cat." And she was just like, "Oh God."
Yep.
Just immediately like, "What did you just say?" And I'm like, "Well, she is." And she was like, "What did you just say?" Yeah. And it was, you know, it was funny. A fun time was had by all. But
well,
yeah, it was.
To your point, kids just parrot what they hear.
Yeah. And my parents, they watched that. They sat down and watched it with us. So if they weren't paying attention enough to know that that was a word that was said in the beloved Lassie movie, that's not my problem.
When I was maybe 6 or so, we went to the zoo.
Classic.
There was an exhibit with monkeys that had red rumps.
Yep.
And I was walking next to my dad holding his hand. He goes, "Oh, look, red-ass monkeys." So when I walked up next to him, I'm like, "Yeah, red-ass monkeys."
Damn it.
Like, don't say that.
It was like, "Hey, now wait a minute."
And guess what? I never said ass again until I was like 13.
See, so it all worked out.
So, like, parenting advice from two people that don't have kids. Just tell your kids not to say those words.
And they won't say them. I was also just like, despite the fact that I really didn't get in trouble very often as a child, I was very terrified of getting in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And like my punishments were never even that bad. Like they were very rarely anything that was actually even a little bit traumatizing. So I always thought it was very funny, and it still is to this day. Like I'm fully a full ass grown adult, and still I'm like, "Oh, but what if my parents get mad at me?"
Yeah. I'll get my Xbox taken away.
I didn't have an Xbox. I didn't have anything. I don't know what I got taken away. Shit.
Oh no.
Shit ass. That's all right. We couldn't have beaten the boss here anyway. What? I'm not strong enough.
Oh man.
No, listen. In my opinion, the Hydra is the easiest of all the bosses. The third boss is definitely the hardest of these first zones.
Yeah.
The hardest by far. It's much easier once you've been playing for a while and you get up the good health resist or the damage resistance, but previous to that, it's not so much. I'm trying to think. Oh, I remember the first time that I ever said fuck.
Yep.
I was with my friends. I was with Renee and one of our other friends, and we were like, dude, I don't know if I could even say that, if I could say the F word. And so we were like all sitting there and we were just like, I'll say it if you say it. I'm like, I'll say it if you say it. And we were all like probably, I don't know, like 15 or 16. And we had just like, none of us had sworn before because we were in the thought of like, it's bad and we're gonna get in trouble. We just can't do that. So we were like, we're just not gonna do it. But then yeah, like sometime it was like 3 a.m, friends sleepover. We're like, let's say fuck.
Yeah.
So we were all sitting there. We're like, well, I'll say it. We'll all say it at the same time. So we're like 1, 2, 3, and then Renee and I said it, and our other friend didn't, and we were like, what the hell? And she's like, we didn't say what the hell because that would have been a swear too, and we were scared.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? She was like, I just got scared, and we're like, you can't do that. Like what? What are you talking about? You can't just abandon us here. We just said fuck for the first time.
You can't leave us floating out here.
So then
we're this together now.
Then we made her say it all by herself, and she wasn't really a fan of that. But we were like, too
but here's
dang
the thing, though.
bad.
Here's the thing, though. You had to make her because if she went and
if she went and tattled, that was exactly. We were like, you are not ratting us out for this crap.
You need to say it too, otherwise, if one of us goes down, we all go down.
And that was exactly our thought.
Just gonna. Oh, I was gonna say. It's been a long day, man.
Hey, check this shit out.
What?
Court musician sentence.
Oh yeah.
Frees Orpheus from solitary confinement.
In the name of Hades, I commute our court musician sentencing effective now.
Hello. Orpheus.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. I'm your dad.
Uh-oh. Look, it's our boy Orpheus. I love him.
Yeah.
He's the coolest.
Uh-huh.
He's the coolest.
Ugh,
I love
you remind me of
Orpheus.
David Bowie.
Yeah, a little bit. Not in the voice, but in the looks. Yeah, a little bit. Dusa, my favorite. No, don't leave. Oh,
I'm out here. Fuck.
I love Dusa. She's so wonderful. Ooh, prophecy. What did we do? Hey, we got some jams. Oh. Yeah, the rest of these, it's gonna be a minute before we get some of this shit. Alright. Oh, really? Oh, I guess I should probably. Oh, can I not?
I can't. I'm appalled that I can't think of what I was gonna say. I can't remember.
There we go. I was like, can I not do this?
I'm sure it's gonna come to me the second we stop this episode.
What's gonna come to you?
I had like a topic or a story to say, and
Oh, well, that's all right.
it just like my brain just exploded.
Listen, sometimes we just have a little chatty chat,
Yeah.
and it's all good in the hood.
Yeah.
That's probably a real big waste of those gemstones, but I don't care. Oh yeah, tell me about chaos. Know them well. There's
Wasn't
not
it
a
Vine when I remember they're sitting in a car and it's a little girl. She's maybe 2 or 3, and she's going fuck you, and then her older sister's like, no, you can't say that. Fuck you.
I think that's a Vine.
That's my entire life.
I believe you're. Uh-oh.
That's anything inconveniencing me in my life. Fuck you.
Hey,
No,
guess what?
No, you can't say that.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Fists.
Fist in Hades. Let's go do it right now. Go back over there and fist Hades. Is that your
Check
favorite?
this shit out. These are my favorite. This is my favorite weapon.
Bah, bah, bah.
You literally just have like these giant, like, I mean, look at them. They're like big claw things.
Yeah, dude.
The fists of Malphon. And look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, and look at, you can just sit there and just punch forever. You know, I could really like use one of these other ones, but simply can't be
I
bothered.
don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Did it track how many runs you've done?
Yes.
Somewhere?
We don't have it right now, but you can get a little scrying pool, and it'll tell you how many runs you've gone on and how many enemies you've killed.
Oh. Cool.
And it is awesome to go in there and see, like, you've gone on 100 runs and you've killed 50,000 enemies. And you're like, geez, OP.
Yeah, dude.
Like, heck yeah, I did.
Fucking God.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was me getting the
What was it?
what? What do you mean?
What power did you get?
It was Poseidon.
But what was the power? What was the boon? What was the
It
thing?
was this Tempest Flourish. Your special deals more damage and knocks foes away.
Okay.
An extra 136 points of damage.
Whoa!
Have I given
Old spiked collar, kinky.
Chaos? No, I have not.
Can you fall in love with chaos?
No.
Damn it.
Whoops.
Damn it.
No, you cannot. There are 3 characters that you can be in a relationship with in this game.
Oh man.
Every time you spell.
Are we gonna get your boyfriend?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Should we? Here's my question for you. Should we have my boyfriend only? Should we have my boyfriend plus another sexual partner as a threesome, or should we have boyfriend, another person, and then also our platonic romantic partner?
Let's just fuck everybody, dude.
Just everybody? Alright.
Just everyone.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's fuck everyone next time.
Next time. Got some jams. Some jams. Jams.
Bye.
Thank you.